On June 19th, 2021, a federal jury in Pensacola, Florida came back with its verdict in the third bellwether trial in the 3M combat earplugs litigation. This video will tell you what happened and what you can expect going forward. This is a series of videos that will help you navigate personal injury law. Not only do we cover 3M combat earplugs, but we cover other areas as well. So click on the like button and subscribe to these videos by clicking on the logo in the corner. You can also use the bell to make sure that you're notified when new videos come out every week. I've been fighting for people injured in crashes, in falls, and by unsafe products for over 25 years. I created this channel to help you keep informed and safe. As I said in the opening, on June 19th, 2021, a federal jury in Pensacola, Florida came back with a $1.7 million verdict in favor of Lloyd Baker, a veteran who claimed that he had hearing loss and hearing damage as a result of use of 3M combat earplugs. This is the third of 3 opening bellwether trials in a litigation that's probably the largest mass tort right now in the United States and has over 230,000 potential litigants. So what exactly did the jury find in this case? What they did is they agreed with Mr. Baker that 3M failed to warn him of the defects and the dangers in this product, but they found 3M only 62% liable in the case. Now what that means is that $1.7 million verdict is going to be cut down to about $1.1 million. So that's what Mr. Baker is going to receive in this case. Just so you know, this as a sidebar here, I got a request in the comments in one of my previous 3M videos to do a video on this particular trial. So if there are issues in personal injury that you want to know about, or a case that you've read about in the news that you want to hear more about, leave it in the comments section below and we'll do a video for it and try to get everybody informed. So yes, I am reading those comments and I'm very aware of your feedback, and thank you for all of you that have watched and commented today. Has 3M been cowed in these trials so far? Well, let's take a look back. One of the things you should do is, if you really want to do a deep dive into this particular issue, I've got 2 other videos. We cover the first bellwether trial in this video, and then I also did one on the second bellwether trial, and that's this video right here. So what happened in those 3 trials is veterans 2, 3M 1. So how did that come into play? Well, the first bellwether trial, which had 3 plaintiffs, that one was picked by the attorneys who represent all of the plaintiffs in this particular lawsuit. The second trial was picked by the defense, and the third trial was picked by the court. 3M is adamant that their earplugs are safe, that they can win these cases on appeal, but right out of the gate, of the 5 plaintiffs who have had their cases tried, 4 of them have won. So that's going to maybe pose a rethink. What's 3M's basis? They're claiming they're going to appeal. You really can't necessarily appeal what a jury does or their jury's finding of fact. It's incredibly hard to go to an appellate court and overturn how a jury viewed certain witnesses if a jury found those witnesses to be credible, or whatever their findings of fact are. Maybe they can claim that there was an expert that should have been admitted, or a piece of evidence that should not have been admitted, or that certain experts that they didn't get admitted by the court and weren't allowed to testify, maybe that could have been, that could have helped their case. They might have some avenues for appeal. Now, is 3M going to fight 200,000 cases? Well, let's do the mental math here. I mean, back of the envelope math, whatever you want to call it. Let's be real here. Now, as we talked about it, 4 out of 5 plaintiffs have won at trial. The average award for those plaintiffs is over $1 million. So if we take 200,000 plaintiffs, that could leave 3M potentially on the hook for hundreds of billions of dollars that they probably do not have. How do we have bellwether trials? Where does the term bellwether trial come from? That's because this 3M combat earplugs litigation is in what's known as a multi-district litigation, or MDL. And an MDL consolidates multiple products liability cases in multiple causes of action all under one roof. In this case, we're taking claims from all around the country and we're consolidating them into the Northern District of Florida. And the bellwether trials are an indicator of how the litigation is going to go. As I've mentioned in previous videos, sometimes and in some types of litigation in MDLs, the bellwether trials may end up being damages only trials just to see where the settlement numbers come in. And the idea is to run these trials, and then that's going to facilitate some form of settlement, because the sides are going to have to look at their won-loss record and then extrapolate from there their own expenses. From the plaintiff's end, how much they're willing to spend on these cases, and again, from the defense end, how much they're willing to spend and how much they're able to come up with to try to resolve these cases. One thing you should be aware of is the less variance in bellwether trials, the more likely you're going to see a settlement in the case. There are more bellwether trials that are scheduled for September and October, and there's even talk of scheduling some into 2022. So the lawyers do get a well-deserved rest because they've tried 3 cases back to back to back, and then they're back at it come the fall in Pensacola. And over that summer vacation, I guess you can call it, maybe they'll contemplate where the litigation is headed and whether there might be some resolution of these cases. If you're a veteran and you've suffered hearing loss or hearing damage and you've used these 3M combat earplugs, contact me through my website, www.jeffmarionlaw.com, or email me at the email address below. I'll be happy to sit down with you for free and discuss whether you have a claim or not. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, check out the other videos in this series on the other bellwether trials. I also have other videos on other personal injury topics, so check out those. I put out new videos every week, so click on the subscribe button. Also, share this video in your social media feed, and click on the like button. If you have something that you want to ask me, leave it in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video.